Talofa Samoa, o ole neo Tangaloa Manase from Tangaloa Real Estate. O te whangaluenga mo tau tua I lalo o le whaamalu o le Aotearoa Canal Real Estate I Manukau City. A whai o oe, o loo iaiso whale motu, o sau mo kesi, o loo e fia fia, po le hase tau o te tau na toe whaatau ina tu ailo whale. Wala au mai nei au. A whai foi o loo e nofo I se whale rent, e iai le fisosoani, e mawhai iai o na whaatau so whale. E mawhai ona o watu I lo mota, a wā se whaataltal noanga I laulawanga ngana, e au noa ma se tutongi. Wala au mai nei loa, o a o Tangaloa Manase, o te tautua ma lo u whinau ma lo u whaamaoni, a wāsi o tunu Samoa. Whaftai.
O te whaatala whatu, I le ala whai mai o le tātua tunu I whanunga le lei, o le nei tau fō. O le tae o le nasto nai, wa taua lunga fo I ai le tele o whi aumanga renga, e nei mai aso sa whita I tunga I ai lo tātua tunu. Whi lawa fo I le tafa o le rorangi o lo e masanuna e mai mō mai I ai le porokalame ti lai, I le tae o ma le tae a talo whatu le tātua porokalame. A tue mana manatu sa manui o whiwa I le nei mai aso atoa. E le ma wha I titia le whatalo wha a le tātua porokalame masane I tau te tasi. I le tāpua I ngā mamau, ma le tāpua I ngā tatalo whai pēa. A ta māmati nā mātutu o le atunu. O lo tālo si e pēa whai wālo whiri mo tama whānau o le atunu, o lo saralau I le itu, ma le itu o le rorangi. Whatanu ina lo nātou wālau inga, wā lawa le tau singo a inga ma whānau. I a au le susu e fo le wha malama matoe tiri tulu ana I a Samoa. Le atunu pele, whātalo whātu ai, le tātou porokalamera. Nei tā whaftai lau tō te talo. O tau foi o lo wha mana tuina I le nei tau tu waso soifua mai le pulenga o le porokalame le iti live. Wha manu I atu o tu waso soifua I le nei aso tō nai. Mala o le wholau I lo tātou o tinu. Now, o lo o te iloa, o lea sa tau mai mō mai le wha emo le nā watu ana na whi. I le mea o le ahanga I le tātou porokalame le tau ni. Au ta manatua le nei tau. Wa ya lo langona le rita o il sila mai mo tele tilo atu ma e fa fonga mai lo tano se fa is tato pese lotu usu mai se tato pese fa tasiei ma vi ia ile lofa ma le anga le leo le atu le rita ya nga ka ko voi fo le fa lingi ma nga fa ia ori fa ka ko ori a o ma mo me te un fa mo ya usu mai se tato pese lotu fa ma mole.
Yeah.
pese lotu po le vingo le tua pe na mase nei ma wala wi lo le tatu tu lo le kale sia me tu Yesu o oe ole ma lama lama o fea yel pungsa a su yel malam e ke fiwa sola malam kwa ya ma a ali le malam fi malam le le ole a mai mo mari tatu tu ole vai asa le tede le sto nine sa tapena yele nu o Samoa sa ta o pokala be vaso tede sa tapena yele nu o Samoa lo fiti se ava e fa felo iai le tau ngane o le fionga le hai komisi o le malo Samoa o to fia mai Samoa e no fa mo tu fiti e fionga ali o ainga faturi e saia yo o ia la lena o le sa tapena ile ava le felo inga ma mai mo mala tatu o se va inga le soundinga na tapena e tamawhana o le tunu o lo o I fiti ma wata wai o le nu o Samoa e whaafeilo ai lo tātou wali hei komisi o Samoa no fui fiti.
Na ina tēnei, na whailo ai ai le hei komisi fo o Samoa I fiti le fionga ali o ainga Faturi Eliseia ma le nu o Samoa I fiti. O le hola le kolisi whaafaifi awa le Pasifika le PTC suwa na whaatino ai whaalolonga masani e le tunu ia na taringa malo. O le vitalenga ia lavea, Yulai lavea, sa avea mali ofisa sidi o le matanga luenga o tupe a Samoa I tausanga o mawai, na tu to o I le whailo inga.
Le avea sa mako vai vai. Whare ang kumuinga kako kaya. Le ave whankaro, la korea malu la korkai. Lo fa o pe mai. Le o mau lunga ai ka au ngai. Awa sa be la fo il se unga ka kayari. O po e ke sa o la nga nga fu le fa. Wa o mau ni le so. O ki pa o ge no. O pa ia fo o ko sa lo. Ale le fogo makaru per se uma. Wa leo mo manka we ngai ku.
Na mulia ai le launga whaafeiloa ai le fionga le hai komisi mo le au wala o lia.
Le yaso maltatu fisa fasa na ia. Upo le tusi. Le aso leina faya ia omba tato ke oni mafia ia. Wa o tato fitau. Maga fitau so ifua ile alofo mele ama le o le atua.
O nisi na mawhauna awa I le whailo inga o alo mawhana o Samoa o loa o onga I le tausanga tolu I University of Pasifika. Ata se I mali ma tamai ta I Samoa o loo whaingalwe ngai. I nisi o whaalape putonga whaavaa malo I ona ofisa tūtu tonu o loo I le lau mua I suwa. Na tatau o na awaisa tina matua I le whailo inga aena le mawhai. O no wale ato toa le malo si o le tino peitai. Na tuli matai e le komiti na te penaina le nei whelo inga malahei komisi ona o awa noa le au maua matala noai I le atina.
I'm Marion Lockington Isaac. My mother's village is Pulaski. My mother's name is Millet. My family is Mayava Navy.
Mayava ia le ai ngō matai o tō aina Pulaski.
Aioi.
Whangalilo lesi.
Yeah. Yeah, for is
Matai.
yeah, but I don't remember.
Ia, ele a whaina,
Yeah.
O lea le umi la talu na ei nei. Na e o mai fiti.
You know, that's what I said. I came to Fiji before I was 10. Maybe
Before
8.
you were 10.
Yeah, before maybe 8 or 9.
E se mea o e manatua before you left Samoa, is there anything in particular that you remember about growing up in Samoa?
Oh, when my mother died, I was a pet in Palacio. You know, her family. My little no.
Whailele ngau.
Yeah. My mother died with that. I was 5 years old when she died.
E se nganga, would you ever want to go back to Samoa?
Oh, yes, that's what I was telling. As soon as I can open now, I'm going.
E se taimi, was there a time kau ngalo ai lau nganga?
No, what I do, whenever I hear someone there, I go. Samoa there I go. If I laugh from a fail meeting Samoa alu au kupe Samoa mole. I always go. You know, to was my papel auntie me. Meron na ero yung ulo ko na. Au nga nga lo. Akatay Samoa alu yay. Tuwain nga lang nga.
What would you like to say to the Samoan community here, or even the Samoan students that go to school here?
Well, for them, they leave the island, they come here to study, they have to study hard, think that they leave the place to come to another country to come and learn. And please, learn as much as you can.
Is there anything that you would like to say to your family in Samoa if they watch this program?
Yeah.
If they're watching?
Yeah. If you can love him, it was so weird. A fellow interviewer, kway oko. Ato tapia e kakala wale valele. Okay la kway oko. Ele ngalo oko.
Olatina ya Marian Lockington Assam. Waiva se fulmalono tausanga le matua o lono soifua. Bola Marian and Vinaka Vakalevu.
Ia pa sa vainga le da. Momole to fo le fa malo I ali ima tamai tai po tamali foi ma fai laungo le nu o Samoa. Sa awai ile sounding le fa felo ai le high committee for Samoa mo fiti. Malo fa dai bola il community Samoa lo mai mo ma le por kala me fiti. Fai tatu malo atariu mai. Le tusi lena utai na tu porokala me le lua fese furmariva sunga le pari tele John Tai Maralangi le na tu fa e mo tu vaso le all le ko kele o ko le nga ko kiri menga ai o ko nga mala mai e la o nga vala mo lo to ko ro mai sele e se lo kuli va le ngor ku seri ai fa yo malo longa fa le balong to te di mai o se update le tusi na pe mal malo ne o mana o le porkala me le sa mai mo me le tatu tenu o le lawina tu le tusi ale sunga le pale tele John Tai Maralangi o le mata po le fa tau ya le mena na fa te ai mai le li official le pulenga o tanga le ngofam sinonga o malam o to le tusi na esse ala me na te pena le sunga le pale tele esse le me o saula na minsta toso atu yai toso mai ai ma le suer komisi ina ia fau ma toe tusi a le tusi. Ina ia fōringai o le tusi lea, o le tusi na tusia e le sunga i le pari tele. Pana wai manama. Masalo a mai ngir kusi pari kele lenga kusi te original letter, ma kwa vala I singi ma le kusi lea, na tusi I lunga o le fautuanga le minsta, ma le tasi o le suer komisi le pisasi, sa no fai le lau, na toe su e ina, ne sunga le pari tele. Ia ngā whangai ke mai mō mara kusi ngā kere polo misi ka whai ele mingska. Kere upu ngā whai ele mingska ele sunga le pari tele ku kongoro kusi ina ia tangia ai. Ele se foto le mingsta na mafuai no o whai le o le fusal mingsta. Au nato te malama tu si le fia tu si le sunga le pari tele. O le whato nunga le mingsta e ui ina sa yaila na tu alalo na ave le mingsta. Ele whikaui. Faila mua lenga request le mingska lenga ve o faila na swa fa ingu nga ke si le fiel menga lenga manga o mingska va ku faila o le case swa fa ingu sa pari yo le si faila lenga yai le faila le swa fa muinga le fi anga le pea e ave faila ya a uma na faile fautuanga ale sunga al pari tel ele minsta ele fetawi ona le tu sai ma le tu la fono o makul menga e mangur kala. Ele ai se pule sisi. Pol mingska pole alava. Nga ke ave se ai se faila. Mai officio fam singonga. Se vangangi maka o polanga. E koe fa manino ele tari al malo I ainga e nga keisa. A ole upu ole ave ole faila ele mingska. I longo officia e fai eilanga su nga onga o lona pi itanga ile suwafa. Pe fia pipi foi ile suwafa. Esa no. O le mea la te loa. To tele yo tonu toi muli ta ia le porkala mena na. O le so o ngala le tusilna. Wa fa pa fala I fa pea. Ona o lo te loa o le mataupu ua o le fa'amasinoga e iai le temi e toe langa i le mataupu nei le fa'amasinoga. And I think o le mataupu autu toe langa i le susunga le paritele le mataupu lea o le sui ina o lana tusi mai le tusi na mana e fai a ua sui i le mea na mana o ia le minister ma le sui o le komisi e pule na o whaingal malo o le mea silinga le manga i le mea ngi e a fai a sa o le kusila le susunga le paritele wa saur kankale sa fai lung fo le sui o le komisi e pule na o whaingal malo sau so song il swing or kusi de pa fa or ku inga le and yet ko ko sa fa o le lo e la ko pari o nga fa ile la ko le fa ko pari ai le anga me ai le anga me e yene me wa o ina man ta pul ne e sungal pari tele I think e le fu ile me o tu pul sungal pari tele ve o se fa mana tu me se fa le anga mo le to tele ya o to o lo fa uru me tanga ngal malo po o ACO al malo po o so stanga to fenga vengal malo ya po se me foi ak fenga vengal la pure fa ki ai fai se bea ai ete loa ele o se mea fetaui ona ele o le tu la fono le na e fa sino ai le fai no la ngal tau tala ma pu e la tala na ba fai ye mai ka mai pu se video io a wa o fa mau nga e ke koe alo ia i wal mela le ku le wa ku ngei e fa unga al komisi i ru marka pinga ka fa malo sungal pari kede sa tul min sta lango ia e defend ke se sungal pari tele even though nga polomisi il pari tele ole a ku e finga ulan ke se marka pinga nothing he didn't even finga out there that was it halo fai mo oila e le finga ngal malo ma o to lo fa u dem tanga ngal malo ia tu alalo al mele ku pe pari al fale a tele mo to ia wa ero pe ai ngal mele wo ko kele lo ia lo official lo yesira le malo fa ma va lo anga fa ma va le prosecutor what's going on por me e kilo ngai lo ia e sa le me fa e se kusikula fo le nga o ngai I'm just saying me bena I'm just saying. So se sia le ko pasime penga me sa ko si o le malo watch your back mal melen ku pursungat pari e on ku puya e maybe at le lo te minne but time will come anyway fai malo atari mai lo yo crap ola ka ko lo ya crap te o mal malo lo ngani
Talofa Samoa, wa ole neo Tangaloa Manase from Tangaloa Real Estate. O te whangaluenga mo tautua I lalo o le whaamalu o le LT Hukanau Real Estate in Manukau City. A whai o oe, o lo o yaiso whale motu, o saumo kesi, o lo o e fiesila fia, po le hase tau o te tau na toe whaatau ina tuailo whale. Vala au mai nei au. A whai foi o lo e nofo se whale rent, e iai le fsosoani, e mawhai iai o na whaatau so whale. E mawhai o na o watu ilo mota, a wā se whaataltan noanga I laulavanga ngana e au noa ma se tutongi. Wala au mai nei loa, o a o Tangaloa Manase, o te tautua ma lo u whinau ma lo u whaamaoni a wāsi o tunu Samoa. Whaftai.
A ole I avatua le whaatanoanga maleali I milionea. Po le li whai pisinisi. Na si te ufa manino atua ina ia manino lau forsanga. O le li fai pesinisi nei. O te heri milionea. Malanga sa mo tele tupen fialo e te ufa e fa fai ngaruenga I sa mo fai pesinisi ma mo ngaruenga tangata sa mo. Wa kuri ka malo. O kuri pa ka malo sa mo. Wala ya kwa mi ngaruenga na tangata sa fai ngaruenga pesinisi ana tamalo ana nei. O lo te loa. Wa umana fa sarau me al tamalo documents wa accessible ai tanga ta umarangi ne because the advertising lung on the media social media o la foi la wa lo mia foi sa mo tal tan no and I believe by now o le varus fu pasengo ko o mga faila ko fa msingonga e ke utilings ka io ya le mea foi le e lua tu tupe no e tolu I tu tupe o le uru mar siu mal mele ka mele melo But anyway, na ufa mani notin mele ai ole fo man fa sala wele li palang le sunga gram le pepa saini ola na muni mau pepa fa mani no winga le sa ni mai telephone mai ole la fat case o fe fa ye wa fe fa ye nobody knows. But o te fifa ilo te fo le mele ale tai na tu tatu interview o le fa tan longa nei o fa ye ringa petania yang aku ki mana malama ele sa mor ko malo o nga ya ngangu pang wa nga ye yang ka ai o ya gram foi ka ko interview ni yo to mal lama au le taina le interview nei na no fai loatu sa o email le fionga le minsta fionga ya masanga Rico tupai e o mai so na fina ngalo mo ta to por klametari e mene ele tali mai le minsta a wo ummo na fai lo fina ngalo le minsta i lungo isi media isamo lo na matuate ena o tua inga yo fai nei la di palang ya awo manatu a ola sol tofi lo le so le nei solo aso ya stofi ai vili mai le palang ia tau mai stadia o te le pena fa fea o nei lo le palang ila unu mela ai pena fa fe foi nei lo le palang o lo ke fia maua ia sono fina ngalo ma tau anyway cut a long story short wa vili mai ma so tai le ala e mafuai le fatara na le now here it is
Talofa G, ma lole soifua. Welcome to ET Live, G.
How are you? And thank you for having me.
Now, G, it's already out there. It has been published, broadcast, and televised on all the local media in Samoa. When it's since day one, all these documentation and the story about you and the dealings with the Honorable Minister of Communication, Honorable Afamasanga Lepuyai Rico Tupai. Now, G, I am going to ask you this first. According to the signed affidavit, the first paragraph, you established a business in Samoa, and after a few months, you were put up in a position to provide cash and electronic payments to Honorable Minister and to private individuals as directed by the minister. Please explain that a bit more.
Well, that's correct. There were certain projects and funding we needed to pay. We were advised that we needed to pay for our licenses to operate and to support programs, and that there was fees paid to MSIP and other events. And so, being the fact that I actually asked and we wanted to make direct payment, and I was advised by the minister that to pay payments direct to certain people, and his office would receipt me for those monies, which never happened.
Wait a minute. If I read this right, G, not only you pay direct to the minister, and you also paid direct to private individuals. True?
That is correct.
And all these money that you pay, what was this for?
It was supposedly for us to operate in Samoa and to get the support of the local companies that we would be required to work with.
From my understanding, G, this money was supposed to be paid to the department that is responsible to organizing and issuing your license. But the thing that I find it hard to understand is you also paid private individuals. Why would you do that?
On the instruction that the minister said that these people would need to be paid in relation to the licensing and the required use of the building and other structures. And at that time, we were waiting for our approval from the government bank in Samoa, because we needed approval to operate a foreigner needs approval to operate a bank account in Samoa, a company. And this is what we were told to do in the interim up until the time that we had these appropriate documents and approvals.
So while you're waiting for the process to be completed and for you to be given and granted a license to operate in Samoa, at the back, you are still paying money to the minister and these private individuals as per your affidavit.
Yes, that's correct.
For just off your head at the moment, how much do you think that you've paid to the minister and this private individuals since day one?
To run the company and the payments we made to minister and other parties was over 260,000 Australian dollars. We had 49 staff in Samoa and that we were training and working with. And so we were paying, we had a manager, we had local people working for us. We were investing in data and communications, preparing for the opening and the structure to be put in place so that we could run a training centre and a call centre in Samoa. We were originally supposed to deal with a New Zealand entity, YTH. It's a youth program that they had already set up in Samoa, and we were to be joining with them to do training. And in the end, the minister advised me that we would not be dealing with them anymore, that they had no further funding to proceed. And from there, it became confusing to us. You will see in the email I sent you, there is a lease and a document from that New Zealand entity that the New Zealand government had funded. And the money basically ran out and the program just came to a halt. And we agreed to provide funding to jointly do this program and further training. And so we paid money to buy computers, etc., from this department through the minister. So I was led to believe that the money we were giving was in payment for the computers and the hardware that were left behind by this New Zealand entity.
So where's all that equipment at?
It's still in Samoa.
You also said, G, that you also provided gifts as requested by the minister and was informed that to get support, people needed to feel valuable and that gift giving was customary. Have you been doing this?
Yes, I did. I've given the CEO a Apple phone. I've given out laptops, computers, and paid for some of the accommodation for these people when they came to Australia, etc. I understand that Samoa is not a wealthy country, and other countries that I've dealt in have a similar type method of, it's respectful to bring a gift to certain cultures. And I saw, I had to be guided by the minister because I have not been aware or ever been to Samoa before. So I really had to be guided by him. And if it is customary, then you need to follow certain protocols, or you end up alienating people. So I had to take the advice of the minister. So yes, we gave gifts. Yes, we supported some things. One of my staff's mother passed in Samoa, and I provided 6,000 tala towards the funeral for my staff. And I have documents of that. And I provided, the mats, the weave mats that they give people. I also bought mats and I learned this was customary at Papasi.
Gee,
I've not just
gee,
supported.
let me ask you this. Why
Yes.
did you do that for that family with the funeral? Did you know it was a must to do, or were you told that you have to do it?
I was told that this is what I should do.
Who told you that?
My own management and people around me. They said that it's normal that people give the gifts by the mats and monetary gifts.
Hmm.
And this person actually worked for my company.
Okay.
Only for a short time, but I felt touched by it, and that family had been through a lot, and so yeah, I'm that sort of, I suppose, concreted in my thinking that gift giving was a way and was a general norm in Samoa.
Okay, gee, the only issue of you giving it because you were told. Explain to me this. That you have documents of payments to the minister, and as he needed money desperate once, he provided his passport and others, and had you transfer funds through Western Union. Now, at one point, the minister also had you give his daughter 20,000 Australian dollars for a period of 6 months. And according to this affidavit,
6 months.
according to this affidavit, the minister said, so the daughter can make payments on his behalf. Now, my question is, did you give this amount of money over the period of 6 months to the minister?
Yes, I did give it to his daughter. And if you have a look at further information I've sent you over just this morning, you will actually see him giving me instructions through WeChat, a software called WeChat, and through emails.
All right, G. Let's come to the issue of your previous conviction.
Yes.
And the reason why I ask you this, I have a feeling, G, that this was the reason why, when the Attorney General got involved, that you were not given the license. But let me read you this, what it's on the affidavit. The minister was fully aware, as was the Honorable Prime Minister, of your past criminal when you were young. And the Honorable Prime Minister was also aware that the minister and his CEO traveled to Australia to review your business and to meet with your business partners and associates. Now, true, they were aware of your connection?
Correct. And if you look at emails that I've sent you today as well, you will see my secretary with communications between the minister and the Prime Minister's office in relation to his official trip to Australia to meet with me. It's in emails from the government's office. And I will send them to you or make sure that you did receive them later on.
What do you think later on in the Prime Minister's comment when you quoted also in the affidavit that the Prime Minister made a statement, it might come out as a joke, but stresses that government officials shouldn't be negligent, but go out to investigate countries where the investors are from and check with bank institution if investors like you, G, have any money. What do you think of that?
Well, I found it quite amusing, to be honest, because there is official documentation between the government's officers of his trip to Australia. There is enough photographic evidence that proves that he came out here as on an official visit. There is documentation between security data centers that he visited because there's entry logs. And so that's why I found it sort of amusing that the Prime Minister would say that in reference to myself when he knew that the Honourable Minister Rico had come over to meet with my company in Australia. And I'm not being disrespectful to him, but it's like it slipped his mind, and, he made the comment without thought. It was a quick reply, and if he looks back through his own documentation, he will see that he was fully aware of my meeting and the trip of Honourable Minister Rico to Australia.
Gee, I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the interview, but that's all right. I'm going to say it to you now. Everything that you've said in the signed affidavit has been denied by the Honourable Minister.
Yes.
One thing you've said in the signed affidavit that the Minister said he wants to correct was your involvement as a sponsor to a rugby team in Samoa.
Yes.
He corrected that. And here's the correction, G.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't, the Honourable Minister said, you told them that you wanted to sponsor their rugby team.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, and I've been advised that. And all I can say to that is our company's name was PEEQ, P-E-E-Q. And that name, it doesn't appear on any of the sponsorship. He approached me and said to me at the last minute, he said, I've got some problems, G. My sponsor for my rugby team has withdrawn their support. Can you help me? And we need to get uniforms for them. And I said, look, I'm happy to give a little bit of money, but, I have other things that we will need to be investing in. And at the moment, sponsorship at a local level will not achieve much for our company. And we were spending, 20 to 30,000 Australian dollars a week, which is audited in my accounts, may I add. I can provide you with our audited...
Whoa, G, slow down. Go back a little bit. How much have you been sending every week?
We were utilising around 20 to 30,000 Australian dollars in total in overall cost, not on the minister. I'm not saying that at all. Our cost to have our data links, our servers, our software, the licensing of the software, etc., was costing us around 20,000 to 30,000 a week. And my audited figures, and they are audited, I'm more than happy to share with you.
Carry on with this rugby sponsorship. So what?
At the end of the day, he asked me, I need help urgently. And then he also came to me and said that he'd bought a van or a bus for the team and wanted me to pay money. He said that he drew $17,000 from his church and he needed to get this money back to the church urgently. Now,
Gee, he withdrew 70,000 from the church. Is that what he said? 17,000 from the church.
Yes, that's what he advised me, and he needed to get this money back to the church urgently. Can you please help me?
Carry on.
And and in his statement reply to my affidavit, he said that I used the bus was for my staff, to get my staff to and from work. Now, you can interview, I'll give you all their phone numbers. My staff never were transported in that bus. And I'm pretty sure that 50 people will tell you that we never provided a bus. So why Minister Rico has said that, I can't explain to you, E.T. It's just absurd, because this bus was never used by my company. My staff were never transported in that bus. and we had no involvement with the bus. If I was buying a bus and it was for sponsorship, I'd be wanting my name all over it. And any company would do that. If I was giving a gift from my heart, then I wouldn't want my name all over it. So his statement that we wanted to sponsor a rugby team is totally far-fetched. And, you know, I will say this, E.T., it's just like this. If I was to go and rob a bank with you tomorrow and we did it, we don't go down to the police station the next day and tell them that we robbed the bank. So, of course, Minister Rico is not going to say, yes, I took this money, yes, I did this, yes, I did that. He has no option but to deny it.
We are still on your affidavit,
Yes,
G. You were asked by the minister to pay for accommodation in Singapore, further 10,000 Australian, and you provide 15 laptops.
That's correct.
The minister. Explain this, because and all of a sudden you found out the Attorney General is also involved with granting your lease.
Yes. I'll tell you what, let's cover the laptops first. I can provide you with the export and import documentation of those 15 laptops out of Australia and into Samoa, which I will do for you today. And so I just don't understand why Minister Rico is making these. It would be better to say no comment, because all he's doing is digging a bigger hole for himself. I've learned over the years, E.T., that as a good businessman and a smart individual, you need to keep documentation. And yes, when I was younger, I was a wild child, and I have no qualms in saying that. Yes, I've been involved in many court cases. Yes, I've had disgruntled employees who have written bad stories about me on the internet. And just as people write bad things about me, you, and the Prime Minister of Samoa, if people wish to believe the smut that is put on the internet these days, then that's just the way it is. The world has gone that way. But at the end of the day, everything I will say to you, any claim or accusation I make, I will provide you with evidence behind it. And when I stop providing the evidence, then you need to doubt me.
G, let me ask you this. Now that you've said into your signed affidavit that Honorable Minister Avum Sanga is involved, let me ask you this. Are there any other ministers of the cabinet that were involved that you also did deals with like this?
There was only one other minister that I provided funding to, was the Minister for Fisheries. I sent a picture to you of him.
Funding for what?
We have a patented process to fly live fish. And he said he would need to have a report done and to look at it. And because we wanted to set up a live fish freight business between Samoa and Australia and China. And I was asked to provide the funding for that report. I think it was around 3,000 something tala that I gave him. And to date, I've never seen a report.
To this minister?
That's correct. And there was another gentleman by the name of David, I think it was, that was at the office as well. He had something to do with the department.
Office of the Minister of Fisheries?
Fisheries, yeah. Agriculture and something else.
Okay, let me ask you this, G. Does the Prime Minister has anything to do with this? Did he know? Did he knew about these dealings with these ministers?
100%. 100%. I had a lot of meetings. The Prime Minister, because of the amount of ministries that my company will be dealing with, he took me out to a dinner to introduce me to all of them. And so I could become familiar with who they were and we could get to know each other more. And there's documents and video evidence of that. I also attended a private breakfast at the request of the Prime Minister and met with the Prime Minister, Minister Rico, the head of NPF, and there was another gentleman as well. And they wanted me to look at the NPF providing funding to some of the projects, and then for me to provide part of that funding out to other companies and organizations in Samoa.
On that private breakfast,
Yes.
were you aware of the agenda of that private breakfast, or were you just told that morning?
I was that morning. I was asked to come and have a meeting with the Prime Minister, and at that meeting is where I learned what they wished to do.
And what did you do with it?
What did I do with the information?
Yep.
I became very sick, and it never progressed any further because I left Samoa. But I do have documentation of this. I will say this, and I'm happy to. Under Australian law, I'm entitled to record phone calls. I'm entitled to record video, and I have phone recording. I also have video recording of my meetings, and I am waiting at the moment to get Queen's Counsel advice in Australia to my right to release these under international law. And when I do release these, ET, I think a lot of people are going to be shocked.
This is a signed affidavit, G, and it also tells me that you are going to pursue a court case regarding this. Now,
Yeah.
are you taking on board any service from any lawyers back in Samoa to pursue this case on your behalf?
No, we discussing with a New Zealand law firm that also has relationships in Samoa. I'll be honest with you, ET, I talked to a few people and they said to me, you need to get a lawyer if you can from New Zealand. They gave me the name of some lawyers, and there's a reporter, and I don't want to mention her name, but she actually said to me she was nervous about releasing this story. Now, I can show you the proof of this. I released all this information to the Observer newspaper in Samoa last year, a long time ago. And they sat on
what?
it.
Last year?
Yes, that's correct. So, and they sat on it. And I spoke to that person, and she advised me that her boss said that she wasn't allowed to release it because of the potential legal ramifications it may have for them. In other words, I believe they were nervous to do it.
Well, with this kind of information that you just gave out to the Observer and also with all the local media, of course we would be nervous because top officials of the government are involved. Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you have solid evidence that a crime has been committed? Because these are people's reputation, G, and also their families are involved.
Yes, we have evidence that can go before. The evidence I've already given is adequate to open an independent inquiry. And my hope is that the information I have given opens an independent inquiry. That way, I can be scrutinized further, my information can be scrutinized further, And I hope that there is an independent inquiry open in relation to this, because some of the information I have is very detrimental. I haven't released information in relation to 5 other people that were involved. And I haven't done that, ET, because this, in my opinion, sits at the top of government and they need to address it. It's not my job to address this at a government level. It just isn't my job. And the Honourable Prime Minister needs to step up and address this, and he needs to have an independent inquiry into this and get the information I have, get somebody independent from New Zealand or Samoa. I prefer New Zealand, obviously, for reasons that it can't be manipulated or the standards of the inquiry lowered. And this will give everybody the truth at a lot deeper level.
Okay, G, let me ask you this. Have you been threatened? You
Yes,
said
I
you've been threatened? How many
Yes, I
times and how?
I had a phone call saying that it was, I don't know who it was. The caller ID was blocked, and it's simple. He said, you're going to end up in a body bag.
Oh,
And that's what was said to me. And then I had another phone call, which I've got the information from, and that is actually going to be given to the authorities in Australia, the police, federal police, by my lawyers soon. And I was advised that I shouldn't publicly release that because it will become a police inquiry, because I know who the person was.
okay. Gee, finally, I know there's a whole lot more that we need to talk about and to bring it forward for the people to understand and make their decision based on facts and evidence that you provided. Now, gee, you should have come out 2 years ago or 2019 when this first issue popped up. Now, on ET Live, I need to ask these hard questions because I need for you to address it. Let me ask you this. Why now? You
Why
know,
now?
you and I know that with this reputation of this man and his family is on the line because of the evidence you provide. Why now?
Why now? It's not now, ET. I did this over a year ago, provided information, and that information was, I will say, sat on. And I provided this information to the Observer. I'll tell you, it was to Adele. Her name is Del Fruani, or I think it is. Now, I provided that to her, and it was sat on. So it's not now, ET. It isn't now. This is not now. This is a year or more ago. And again, at the end of last year, I sent a further email to Adele asking her, what's going on. And so this is not about, somebody accused me, or Minister Rico actually, and the Prime Minister said, this is being done because it's election time. This is not being done because it's election time, ET. I can show documented proof that I done this over a year ago. And it just happens to coincide with the election. And I will give you that information. I will provide you that information. And it shows that this is not an all of a sudden smear campaign against Minister Rico.
Some might also interpret, I'm just gonna show you this while we have this. Some might interpret also that you're just angry that you weren't being granted your license, and all of a sudden you turn around and throw these tantrum, and tell
I was granted my licenses, and I can show you documents and letters between the government where I gave them 3 months notice. I said I need to finalize this and this and this. My partners in Singapore and China were becoming frustrated because promises made by Minister Rico were not delivered, and I'll call it an ultimatum. I, in writing, said to the government, if we don't get this and this by this date, we will have no choice but to withdraw from Samoa. It's in writing, and I have a reply from Minister Rico in relation to that letter. You actually have it in your email that I sent you. So
Yeah.
this is not about me. I was granted my licenses. It cost me 50,000 pala to get them licenses. And I can send you the copies of them that were issued to me by the government. So this is not a tantrum because I didn't get my licenses. I had my licenses.
But why did you pull the plug on that when you had your license granted and your business was?
Because there was other things that Minister Rico was supposed to provide, and he always had an excuse for them not to be provided. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
My Zoom has shut down for some reason.
I can still hear you, G.
Yeah, anyway, I can't see you anymore. So it's not just about that. The reason we closed down is there was commitments made by MSIT and Minister Rico, and these commitments constantly stopped being met. And my communication between myself and my lawyer in Samoa show that and can prove that.
All right. Can I also, because one of the emails that you did send me was that in regards to the Malindo airline and the Samoa Airways, did you make me understand? Did you plan to buy an aircraft for Samoa, or what's your involvement here?
Originally, I went to Samoa, like I said, because we wanted to do freight for live fish. And we arranged a lease of an aircraft from Malaysia. And I actually know the people that the Samoa government was dealing with. And I was asked if I could help them. And it's in an email from Alvin, the CEO of Samoa Airways, where I have requests of them asking me to assist them in getting a better lease for the government for their aircraft. And I own an aircraft through a lease. I don't own it outright. And there's other people who are involved in that organization as well. And our purpose behind it was so that we could freight live fish from the Samoa region direct to China or to other countries. And the fish tank that we have a patent for keeps the fish alive, and they do it now, but they need a lot of water. Our patent, we don't need a lot of water. Well, so it's very unique, and we wanted to launch this, and that's why I was dealing with the Ministry of Agriculture, so that we could look at getting live fish and other seafoods and exporting them using our patented system out to other countries. We were never there to set up an airline to carry people. And in that original conversation, we were discussing what parts of my other company were doing, and I advised them that we were looking at setting up a call center in India and the Philippines. And about a week later, I got contacted by Minister Rico asking me would I consider doing it in Samoa. So I never went to Samoa looking to set up a call center, ET. I went to Samoa looking to set up a freight business. And that's the short of it.
All right. G, I appreciate. Is there any last comment from you about this issue?
No, I just hope that look, I'd love to return. I would love to return to Samoa, but I wouldn't return under the current government ET because I don't believe that. One, I don't believe that I would be fairly treated, and you know, I can't say much more than that. But I'm disappointed, ET, that it didn't work. And I feel sorry for, one thing I would like to say is sorry to the people that were working for my company. And they were excited. We were employing people in wheelchairs. And these people, it gave them hope. And I'm sorry that they've lost that through the wrongdoings of some people.
Now, G, if at the end of the election on the 9th of April, there is a new government, would you reconsider returning to Samoa and carry on your investment for the betterment of the country?
Yes, I would.
We are very sorry that this has happened to you, G, and your family. And I hope this is not the last time I'll be talking to you about this issue. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, ET.
Fasui fua.
And God bless tomorrow.
Talofa Samoa, wa ole neo Tangaloa Manase from Tangaloa Real Estate. O te whangaluenga mo tautua I lalo o le whaamalu o le Aotearoa Canal Real Estate in Manukau City. A whai o oe, o loo iaiso whale motu, o sau mo kesi, o loo e whiasila fia, po le hase tau o te tau na toe whaatau ina tuailo whale. Wala au mai nei au. A whai foi o loo e nofo I se whale rent, e iai le fisosoani, e mawhai iai o na whaatau so whale. E mawhai ona o watu ilo mota, a wā se whaatalta noanga I laulavanga ngana, e au noa ma se tutongi. Wala au mai nei loa, o a o Tangaloa Manase, o te tautua ma lo u whinau ma lo u whaamaoni, a wāsi o tunu Samoa. Whaftai.
Wow. Wa manino le matarawai. O le tala la. Ali I papalangi. I lana whaatau I le matau pule wangi nai lona suafa matua inga whaasanga lo minsala watani mai. O lana tali mai fo I la na. O la sa o man pi o nga yeme. I don't know. Me venga o sida di palangi. Nga la lua fisuma le wala menga le pisa lua fisuma le ala wa fierce out kemingi ke pisa man kemingi. O reputation o le fionga le minsta is on the line. I meant that question when I asked him. But na wata di palang. Ele foka pisange nga pisa le lua fisuma riva. Nga pisa le lua fisuma riva. Alela Manuel Melingwa o le si minsta o kabineta. Sa totongi fo ye palang ile tupe. Ana wa mawa mai le mena la totongi tupe ai pe fia fo ile tupe. O le siri kele la. E mangisi o afia I le mele. Bongisi fai pule. Because I have a feeling. Ele ngal mingska. Le faka o men pa mi o ke ro pese. Afia nga kele o pa mi le menge. I don't know. Ale wa afia mingska. I have a gut feeling. E fai pule. Yang mo le ko fai pule. E fai pule nga afia le menge. I will get to the bottom of this. And when I do, you'll be the first to know. Or tato ET live le na. Ano ta mai mo mai tato what no. I'll interview le man fata no le masunga gram. El man to fa award va so le pa lo utalo sia. E va bene tali mai le fionga le minsta. Io na moles felenga le minsta fa lo tfo le pa mo so wa fa no le fionga le minsta. Ma sana ifa mtala ngai lungo ET live. E tali mai ai fa mtala ngai u fa mene le palang lo utalo sia la fingers crossed. O le men na la tu por il va so o ET live na mo le weekend. Io tui ni alo fa tele moyanga le tua fa nui o fui walo fili man fa ngole maso ma fa manuia le tua ya samo o tui fa so foi